Greetings, and thank you once again for dropping by for the latest edition of Mentor Mike's Market Movie. Today is Thursday, March 22nd, 2012. And before we start the data feed, let me set the stage a little bit here. As you can see, we've had a very strong sell-off, and now the market is in a consolidation mode. And what's likely to happen is the price will continue more or less sideways as this long-term moving average comes down. And at the point where they collide, we'll see one of two things happen. Either the market will break through and go to the upside, and the long-term will curve around and start going up too, or the price will be deflected downward. But either way, we can expect some essentially sideways movement with some very broad swings. Now notice that as the price gets closer to the long-term moving average, that's exactly what's happening here with the MACD, except it's the MACD line's getting closer to the zero line. And of course the zero line doesn't move, so what happens is the lines get closer to it. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that the price is heading up just because we have an upward slope here. The price can move and probably will move in both directions, as you'll see. So that's what we're facing as we start our data feed here at 4 a.m. Pacific time. So let's get started. Now, this move has already basically begun. That's why I'm not inclined to get long here. We probably should have started as soon as the price popped above the white moving average, even before the parabolic switched. And now we're going to be looking for our first opportunity to get short. Okay, there it is. The price has just broken below the white moving average. We've got an almost crossover on the short-term MACD, and our ghost stochastic is in the overbought zone and hooking down, ready to drop out. So we will short this market and start up again. Alright, there's our parabolic flip. Now we can see blue south of the white. Okay, we hit the first target, did not move the stop, so I'll move it manually. Alright, stopped out. Stopped out, and we have flipped the parabolic. The long-term MACD is still got white above red. We're almost in a crossover on the short, and the stochastic's about ready to burst out of the oversold zone. So I would say let's get long. And again, hit the target, no stop. And we're stopped out already. So I'm going to close this trade, and it will go away as soon as I start this. But you know what? I'm going to turn around and get long again. This thing has dropped below, but the white is heading above the red. Everything is basically looking still bullish. There we go. Okay, got her stop a little close there. All right, now we're bumping our head on this down-sloping long-term moving average. And my best wave count here, we can check that out on the 5-minute chart. It looks like what we've got going on here is a, change the pointer, 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're going to drop to 5. So that would make sense. We have the downsloping moving average. The price is already breaking south. We've got this area of resistance that's going to curve the price down. So let's get short. Well, that time we hit both targets. Let me pause it. And we'll draw our arrow. Well, we probably could have taken a second trade there, couldn't we? Well, that's all right. I think we're going to have some other opportunities today. All right. Now, I am going to get long here. I wanted to get long when we first came above the white, but I was a little slow on the uptake there. Why? Because the stochastic has been oversold and is coming up, and we have a bullish cross here, here, and almost here. Well, I was a little concerned there when we flipped that parabolic, but we turned right around and went higher. Okay. And now we're ready to go short again. But first, let's draw some arrows here. Okay, stop that. What we may have here is a 1, 2, 3, and I don't think the 3 is over yet, so let's keep our eyes peeled for a chance to get short again. Like that. Okay, both targets hit. All right, we're almost to a crossover here on the faster MACD, and we've got a little bit of a bend on the long term. We're also past the window for that first turning point. Okay, both targets hit. Let's pause and draw the arrow. And let's see if we find another place to get long. Okay, white's above the red, blue is heading lower. Now it's coming back, and long-term MACD has stayed bullish. Short-term never crossed, and now it's flipping up to the high side. So Okay, once again we're hitting resistance in the form of the long-term moving average. We're one tick from that high target. I don't think we're going to hit it. All right, stopped out. I am going to buy right here. Now, you might think I'm crazy because of the downward loop here, and the same thing on the short-term MACD, but look at the red. It's got a nice little rounded bottom. That really is a strong suggestion that this thing is going to bounce off that red and go higher. Okay, stopped out. There we try it again. Oh, sure, why not? We've almost got $1,000 here. Let's give it a shot. We only have to go 3 ticks up from our entry. Will we make it? Oh yeah. With room to spare. Having some trouble hitting that second target though. When we switched from 3 targets to 2, we didn't really miss much. Just goes to show you, there's more short moves than long moves. And that's just a fact of life. Okay, now I'm concerned that we may have run our course here. Well, let me put that good arrow in there. Should we try it once more? Sure, why not? Well, we ended up about where we began here. But we still have a little bit of an upward curve here. Dare we try it again? Sure. I'm going to mark this one. I dare say this one was a break even. And we are going to try one more. Be wishful thinking, but who cares? And we made it. Okay. Stopped out. Now, what do we got going on here? The long-term MACD is about ready to cross. And likewise, the short-term is as well. Price is starting to break below the red. White is still above the red, however. So let's get the white a little closer. All right, that much of a drop we can't ignore. Let's stretch this out a little bit. You can see it better. Okay. The first target. And stopped out. Let's see if we get another chance to go short. Blue above white. And back down. No, finally. Both targets. Alright, we're in the vicinity for the third turning point. In fact, you can see them from here even without them being marked. Low, high, low. So, this thing might turn to the upside to confirm that turning point. What time is it? It's only 12:15, so we've got about an hour to go before the day's over. We'll be looking for a bullish crossover on the MACD with the stochastic coming out of the oversold zone. And it looks like we're getting close. And there it is. Okay, that's our last trade of the day. Let's run out the clock. That was about here, I guess. We'll hit that in a second. All right. Actually, I think this was not a break even. I think we actually lost a little bit. So let's call that a loss. And let's tally up. 14.12.50. Not bad. And the trades. I have to compress this again. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 1. 14 and 1 and $1,412.50. Not too bad. Come back and see us again next time. Thanks so much.